Hi and welcome to Healthy Life Hacks. I'm Jennifer Jefferies, the present day wise woman. I'm a realistic naturopath coming to you from the surfing beaches of Australia. This show is for those of you who are wanting to really rock your life and rock your health and just live from a place of prevention, not waiting to get sick and tired and sucky. That's it. So let's get into today's episode. Imagine living from a place of prevention and using healing oils and herbs to help you get well and stay well. I do this with aromatherapy essential oils. My favorite way of explaining what aromatherapy is that it's old-time pharmacy. I spent 5 years in the pharmacy industry back in the 1980s. You know, it was a time of the whole greed is good and do anything for a profit, which was just not cool. And some of the things I saw happen, guys, like really not cool. And in my time working with that chain of pharmacies, I really learned how far from nature the modern world of medicine is. Now, granted, our stores had health food departments, which was really revolutionary for its time, but most people still looked to treat their bodies once it was ill. There was no looking to come from a place of prevention, like none. Now, aromatherapy is the science of using essential oils for therapeutic, mood-enhancing, cosmetic kind of benefits. And since the beginnings of human civilization, healers have looked to nature to provide remedies. For centuries, essential oils have filled dispensaries and provided pharmacists with the raw materials to make medicines. It wasn't that long ago that you could take your prescription to the local pharmacist, and I'm talking my lifetime, and he or she would make up your cough mixture or a cream from scratch using essential oils and herbs. Today, most of these natural medicines have been replaced with synthetic laboratory-produced drugs. But we're seeing a resurgence of the popularity of natural therapies, and that makes me happy, and particularly in aromatherapy. My specialty when I studied to be a naturopath was aromatherapy. Why? Well, because I see it as the easiest modality of all natural therapies to integrate into everyday life. And while I was studying, I also understood that aromatherapy, it's old-time pharmacy. And I love using essential oils to help people to be able to live from a place of prevention. I was so inspired. I've gone on to write numerous books on aromatherapy, and some have been translated into other languages. And I've loved traveling the world for the last 20 years, teaching on aromatherapy and natural health. So just briefly, what are essential oils? Well, they are highly concentrated aromatic plant essences that can be derived from any part of the plant, from things like, from the flowers and the flowering tops and the leaves and the stalks of the plant, the fruit of the plant, the rind and the seeds and the sap and the nuts and the bark and the roots and the resin and the berries, and just every part of the plant can yield an essential oil. These oils give the plant its scent and are essential to its biological processes. And in coming episodes, I will weave so much about aromatherapy into these podcasts. But today I want to touch just briefly on something that's so relevant right now. I shared in a previous episode about how in a pre-COVID-19 world, I would generally travel 6 to 9 months a year teaching about health around the world. Well, living from a place of prevention, I've always made sure that I was breathing clean, filtered air while I traveled. I traveled through China, teaching during SARS and again through bird flu, and I never questioned that I wouldn't always be well. A big reason for that was that I came from a place of prevention, breathing some amazing essential oils in my AVAB blend. This is a blend that I designed to keep my immune system happy and healthy, and me to be able to breathe clean, filtered air. It's the blend that I used to surround myself with when I was traveling. The blend comes from my published research on reducing the prevalence of airborne pathogenic bacteria in conjunction with the Department of Microbiology, the Faculty of Science in the Prince of Songkla University, Hat Yai in Thailand. And the results show that the blend of oils could produce a good synergistic effect in reducing the prevalence of airborne pathogens and thus preventing the spreading of infections. You know, it's a synergistic blend of lemon thyme, cinnamon, tea tree, and patchouli, 100% pure essential oils. and they support the respiratory system and immune systems in a time of crisis. So how would I use these blends? Well, pretty simple. I always used a simple inhaler method. So depending on what I was wearing, if I was wearing a t-shirt, I would just put a collar on the drop so I was breathing it constantly. Or I might put a drop on a tissue or something like that, and just to be able to inhale it. If you're using a mask, you could do it like that. It was just that I was surrounding myself with these oils so that I could breathe clean and filtered air comfortably. Whenever I think of these oils, I get a real visual of the healers during the Black Plague times. They would be dressed head to toe in heavy leather cloaks, and they wore a mask that was stuffed with things like cinnamon and cloves, and they were inhaling filtered anti-everything kind of air. And it's interesting, when they wore this big long beak thing that was stuffed with the cloves and cinnamon, they looked like some kind of bird. And that's where the word quack came from. They were the healers of the time, were referred to as quacks because the way they were dressed, but they were so clever. They were breathing filtered air from natural substances. Now, fast forward to today, we don't need, to wear the big heavy black cloaks, although interesting now, right in this time of COVID-19, people are wearing a full PPE, the personal protection equipment. It's pretty crazy stuff. And I wanted to bring you today's healthy life hack to be able to come from a place of prevention. I spoke in episode 3 about the foods that I'm focusing on to keep my immune system high during these times, and all times. I just do. And if you haven't listened to that episode yet, please go back and listen and share it with friends who you think need to hear that information as well. Now, there's so many useful hacks in that one, but today's healthy life hack is to consider bringing some essential oils into your wellness preventative plan, even with a simple inhalation. So whether you use the link in the show notes to check out my AVAB oil, or whether you choose to blend your own, I don't care. But really think about tapping into aromatherapy essential oils because they're priceless. That's today's healthy life hack. Enjoy. Now, if you want to get a copy of today's show notes, head over to my website, jenniferjefferies.com/AVAB prevention, and we will get those notes sent. I want to thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to share it with your friends, and scroll down to the comment section, guys. It's below the description of the video, because click into the line that says add a public comment, add your comment, click the comment box, and every month I draw one lucky person who leaves a comment down below to have a free 1-hour consultation with me. Also, be sure to subscribe to the show and like it so that you're always catching that next episode. If you'd like to receive a free copy of my Feed Your Body ebook, simply click the link in the comments below, join my newsletter, and you will get the free ebook sent to you nice and easy. So I welcome your emails. You can write to me at podcast@healthylifehacks.com.au. Until next time, guys, remember that when it comes to life, live it, love it, and get on with it.